It's Don here, and all I can say is I really appreciate you turning out this morning, and I'm going to try and help you with LinkedIn. I have been studying up on LinkedIn, trying to get a better grip on how it can help you actually get some business, and if it can, but I'm going to try and tell you how it can. So, with that said, all these great suppliers on the screen: Edwards, Southern Plus, Promo Social Post, Burley-Camp, Alexa Springs, Bensel, and Logo Mats, which are shown on the original ad. And then all the rest of them over here on the right are all suppliers that I have had accounts with for many years and all do a really good job. They make these webinars possible, and I've got sample order offers and different things from them that for you to take advantage of, which are really, really good to improve your business. Now, LinkedIn, I'm going to give you what the official explanation of what LinkedIn is. It's a huge online meeting place for different people to mingle and to visit with one another. It's where you connect, share ideas, and find new opportunities. That's a grand statement, but I think that we're all looking for those things. So let's talk about how LinkedIn can help you. But first, my last webinar, I talked about the power of artificial intelligence, and my great friend Ron Friedman has written a book on the power of AI, and he doesn't charge anything for it. All you have to do is scan that QR code, which is on the ad at the bottom left of the screen, or you can email Ron at merchbots.com, and he will email you the copy of the book, and it's really interesting. And I'll bring this up again a little bit later in the show. But he's helped me tremendously on what to do with artificial intelligence and also with LinkedIn. Now, there's two basic types of artificial intelligence associated with LinkedIn. That's conversational AI and generative AI. And those two forms of artificial intelligence will help you get better responses, also help you do better ad copy and better editing on your emailing and writing, etc. And a good example of AI and the way it can work for you is on the screen where you said scan the code on that coffee mug. That's a thing that Merchbots, which is Ron Friedman I just talked about, that's the company he owns. When you scan that code on that mug, it'll go directly to whatever you want it to go to, and then it can be programmed to take sample offers or whatever you need to, and that can be something you could post on your LinkedIn account to get people that you're friends with to respond to some of the offers that you have. Now, I think that we need to look at LinkedIn correctly.
I think with a lot of distributors, LinkedIn started out with a bang. People thought that all they had to do was build a profile, sit there, and business would come their way. That's not the way it works. You've got to work a LinkedIn profile and post regularly for it to work. So let's start fresh with LinkedIn and look at it as the way that will make it get you orders.
With that said, if you were using LinkedIn properly, like on the screen right now, Burley-Camp, I talk about Burley-Camp in every one of these webinars. Ken Burley-Camp, who owns that supplier, is an up-and-up guy, and they're all American-made, and they make a lot of products for motorcycle dealers. So you could join a LinkedIn group for motorcycle people. There's got to be a bunch of them, motorcycle riders, ones that like to travel to different places. Get on there, see if you can be accepted as a member, and if you're there, then don't be cool about it. Don't post a bunch of sales stuff up front, but just post and chat, and then after about a couple of weeks, post these kickstand pad holders on there that keep motorcycles upright, or motorcycle license plate frames. I guarantee you there might be somebody that owns a store, a bike shop that is on that group, and they might just think, bingo, I have been looking for those kickstand pad stands, and I do need license plate frames, and you might have a customer. So if you'd like to have samples of those two products, it's sales at burleycamp.com. I can't tell you any more but say that Burley-Camp is an absolutely wonderful supplier. Now, you can use LinkedIn in your bio to show your expertise, share knowledge, to post information about what you've done, your ideas, etc. Build your reputation, become known as a leader in your field. It's like what I've done with my training webinars. I've tried to make myself a respected trainer, tried to help people honestly in this business. You will want to present yourself in a way that people want to do business with you and like what you have. And on the screen right now, we have a great coupon from Alexa Springs. I always talk about bottled water. There is a motorcycle kickstand pad coupon right there from Burlingame, which you can save $25 off an order, and Apogee. I love Apogee. I talk about them in my all these webinars because my dear friend John Gauchi runs Apogee. These are just 3 great suppliers. Now, personal profiles are more powerful than company pages. People don't want to really do business with companies. They want to do business with individuals. So I've been talking about Burlingame. Burlingame does not have a company page. Ken Burlingame, who is the owner, has a personal page. And if you look right there in the center, we have 251 mutual connections between people he's linked into and ones I'm linked into. Then over here on the right, you can see some other similar profiles. So what you could do is you could befriend Ken, and then when you befriended Ken, you would be on his list to receive his Burlingame specials, but then you would also have the access to his contacts where you could send friend requests or not friend requests, but LinkedIn requests to them. That's a little bit odd way to get to it, but that's exactly what I would do it, because it just says right there, personal profiles are better than company profiles. People do business with people, not with companies. And down at the bottom of the screen there is a coupon for Burlingame. They make custom plaques, wall plaques, those real inexpensive ones that you give away to chamber members and things like that. People don't know Burlingame has them, but they do. Now, promo social post. I talk about Greg Blumstein and all my webinars. He is a social media marketing expert, and Greg is a distributor just like you, just like me. He's not trying to steal your customers. He just knows what to do on this. And here's a little message from Greg. He's intense, but I am telling you, he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life.
Promo Social Post is your go-to marketing agency for digital marketing services. We specialize in helping distributors like you project a polished image, keeping your brand top of mind. Our services start as low as $50 a month, and we do all the work, while you can focus on selling promos and running your business. Our social media publishing service will publish 3 posts per week to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and/or X. And it includes a link that will open up your website to the featured product. Our email campaigns will send out 2 emails per month and is customized with your logo and contact info. And if a user was to click a product within that email, once again, it will open up your website to that product.
Greg is a stand-up guy, Greg at promosocialpost.com. And if you will email him, he will give you a month of his service for free. And that you will give him your emails, and he will email to your clients, newsletters, etc. He does the social media posting. He's an up and up guy. And if you don't do this, you're crazy, because it doesn't cost you anything. You can try it for a month. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it. But he is really someone I trust and can help you with your LinkedIn activities. Now, I'm talking about lead times for bottled water. The reason I'm bringing this up, this doesn't have much to do with LinkedIn, but I get people emailing me all the time because I help Alexa Springs. They are backed up on orders. All bottled water companies are backed up on orders, and people just don't know how to tell their customers that it's going to be a while before your order gets there. And the only reason for that is because these bottled water companies have too much business. But up at Mount Ida, Arkansas, where Alexa Springs is, look at that. That building over on there on the far right you saw was the production facility that they currently have. That one that you're seeing on the screen right there, that one is how they're doubling their capacity so they can get their orders out faster. And if some customer asks you, hey, why is bottled water take so long to get? Well, it's because bottled water sales are soaring because the reveal of non-bottled water standards. People did not know that EPA standards for municipal water does not include testing for perchlorate, meth, tertiary ether, and intestinal bacteria. You tell your customer that that's what you're going to drink when you're drinking municipal water, they're going to want to buy bottled water too. And you remember 2 years ago in Detroit, a suburb of Detroit issued a bottled water ban because they had a leak in the water treatment plant at Lake Huron, and people had to boil their water for a long time. That's the reason when customers ask you about bottled water, that's why it takes so long, because the water that a lot of people are drinking is not too healthy. Spring water samples from Brian at alexasprings.com. This is a great way to satisfy your customers to say, I want that water in a week. Well, you need to wait if you want to make sure your customers drink good quality spring water. Now let's talk about creating personal LinkedIn apps. I looked this up, and this app Skaters, they do personal LinkedIn profiles, not profiles. They'll create an app for you so you can have people click on it. Let's make it like that. The creative marketing agency, they will give you templates like the bottom at the one, name plus position. Those are templates that they'll provide you. You can fill out your information or make your own on this. It's a great way to do it. I looked it up. It doesn't cost very much money. Real cool way to get you started on this. And on the screen right now, I've got a trainer, free screen charge. Trainer's a second supplier, sold an order for, gosh, 30 years ago. And Bensel, I love Bensel. Their smash lights are great. $25 off a Bensel order on the screen. Now let's talk about Bensel. This is a cute little video, and it's not very long. I just love Bensel, and I've got all kinds of great sample offers from Bensel. You can get them from Carla at Bensel.com. She will send you chewing gum samples. She has magnetic clip samples. She has a plug-in lighted charger. She has all their pens and pencils with their shapes, and their smash lights are the coolest products for mailing. Those little lights are so bright, they're so cool. But email Carla at Bensel.com and tell her Sanders told me that you will send me samples, and she will do that for you. Now start selling you can sell holiday mats now. I was talking about in the last two webinars about selling these for Halloween and for Thanksgiving, but that's over. So we can sell those for Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah. And the great thing about this is if you will get out and just mention holiday mats, maybe to your neighbor or whoever, sell them a mat. You never know, they might need to buy mats for whatever company they own. M. Wadsworth at LogoMatsLLC.com if you would like to have a sample kit from Logomats. 5% off an order coupon on the screen right now. Now, I want to show you something that I never knew. This is a 3.5-minute video, but I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing. We're just going to watch about 50 seconds because it shows you how they actually make mats. And I probably have sold a couple $100,000 worth of mats in my time in this industry. And you know what? I never knew how they make the thing. See, I never knew how they printed them, but they cook that stuff and make that the material and pour it in frames. I just think it's really interesting. But I think you get the point now. There's a 5% off order coupon, and I just love Logomats. Now let's talk about LinkedIn and what it really can do for you. It can give you superior engagement. It can give you more interaction with people. I don't know if it gives you more than Facebook or other services, but it gives you great interaction because you can post things that people will be interested in, and you can have direct conversations with people. It's hard to get people to email you back today. I do better with texting than emailing, but if you can get a conversation going on LinkedIn, you're going to be able to get to know what your customer needs are the ways that you can help them. And on the screen right now, there's logo mats, 10% off an order for Flex Systems. I'm going to talk about Flex Systems and their very cool polymer labels. There's Apogee again, that's $50 off an order coupon. That's a dadgum good offer right there from Apogee. And there's a different free screen RPMS color charge up on the screen right now for Trainer. Now let's talk about a little bit of a way to get some LinkedIn people to like you.
A great way to increase LinkedIn contacts is to go to Realtor Open Houses. Find a couple over a weekend and just show up. Chat up the realtor that is there. Take along the Logo Mats catalog. Maybe show them a mat. Realtors buy a lot of mats, but be cool about it. Don't be pushy. Just introduce yourself to the realtor, get their business card, then go home. No matter how many open houses you've looked at, look at every realtor for every one of those real estate companies and send all of them friend requests. You'll be amazed. A great percentage of them will accept your request because realtors are always looking for listings, and they don't know that you might be a buyer for them.
David Perry Miller is a realtor in my area. They have over 200 agents in Dallas. And I went up there and looked up Susan Melnick, who's the realtor I've used, and all of her contemporaries, they're there. And I sent all 200 of them friend requests. And so far, I've gotten about 80 of them to friend me back, which I think, not friend me back, to link in with me. And I just think that's a great way for you to get started of getting your LinkedIn page and your contacts growing. Now, I talked about Trainer, and this is a great offer right here. You really need to take advantage of this. Trainer is up in Indiana. American-made products. They're family-owned. I've known them forever. They have a sample of the month club where they will actually send you a sample. They pick a sample every month and send it to everybody who has signed up with that form I'm showing you. They will also send it to you digitally. They will also do different spec samples or virtual samples for you. All you got to do is email Chantel T at trainergraphics.com. She will send you that form right there on the right. All you got to do is just fill it out, submit it to them, and get going with this program. Doesn't cost you anything. They won't pester the heck out of you. Just every month, you will get a box from them with really, really neat stuff. And Trainer is a very, very nice supplier. Now, you need to join groups to expand your LinkedIn imprint. You need to search for peer and opportunity groups. If you've got promo peeps or promo peers, you could be on a LinkedIn page then. Local realtors, area businesses, alumni associations. I went to TCU, so they're TCU alumni director. You can go in there and find people that own different businesses over in Fort Worth and Dallas, and I can send them LinkedIn requests, and I guarantee I would get a bunch of them to link in with me just because I say I am a TCU graduate. If you're a Mason, if you're an Elk or any of these fraternal organizations, you can do the same thing. Now here's a little brief thing I pulled off of LinkedIn.
One way to make new connections with people from your industry is to join a LinkedIn group. They're a great way to exchange ideas, catch up on industry developments, and make new connections. You can find groups in a couple of different ways. First, you can click My Network, then select Groups in the Recommended for You section. LinkedIn will give you numerous groups it thinks you may like, based on your profile and professional interests. You can also find groups by using the search box at the top of the screen. Just type your search term and press Enter. Then click More and select Groups. We recommend keeping your search fairly general at first, then narrowing it down as you learn what's available. If you see a group you're interested in, click the title to learn more. If you want to be a part of a group, click Request to Join. The owner of the group will then decide whether to let you join. While many groups accept almost anyone who shows an interest, some may be more exclusive, depending on your professional background and connections.
I think that was just really a simple explanation. Now over here on the right, I have Innovation Line is in all these webinars. I know Chris Hodge runs that company. They have these light up pins that are really, really cool. And they also have them with a laser logoed stylus pin. Now, this is a cute little video about it. It's not very long. If you'd like to have a sample of that, either one of those pins, it's Chris at innovation-line.com. Now, here's the thing about, I want to show you this little thing about John Gauchi posting awards, because you can buy one award, custom awards, etc. It's a great LinkedIn posting. One thing that Apogee has, which is so cool, they have a Swag It Forward program. All you got to do is email John. There's his email address down at the bottom, john.g, and then there's his phone number next to that. If you will send him a logo from one of your better customers, he will make you an actual sample, not charge you for it, and then show you how to close that sale. But he is such a good guy. He's so enthusiastic, and this is a great little pitch that he's making about awards.
Hello, Don. Hello, all my marketing friends. Johnny G at Apogee. We're your custom awards and recognition supplier. We do everything from scratch, one piece minimum, never a setup charge. Today, we're going to talk about perpetuals and wall displays. Let's start with perpetuals. They're the big plaques that hang on the wall. You can add updates at any variable that you want. We'll do all the designing. All you need to do is remind your clients that you want to help them with perpetuals. The other key item today we're going to talk about is wall displays. Here's a wall display that we did for our own company, Apogee. Now, this is done up in a simple shadow box frame, but completely custom. One piece minimums. Don't forget, they can be this big, they can be smaller, they can even be 8 feet by 15 feet. So think about wall displays, think about perpetuals. Let us know. Johnny G at Apogee. Thanks, Don.
John is a great guy. He is so well-meaning, and I trust him completely, and I've known him for a very long time. This is a great offer, and that Swag It Forward program is just a real good opportunity for you. Now, you can pre-order logo mats, catalogs, and sample kits. I'm telling you, this is important. Several of the suppliers that I help still have catalogs. Trainer has them. Southern Plus will be making them for 2025. Edwards, logo mats, Bensel, but right here you can order 2005 logo mats catalog and sample kit. The reason I'm mentioning this is if you're going to holiday parties in the next couple of weeks, a lot of those parties are held at restaurants and bars. So when you get there, go in and chat up the bartender or the owner and say, hey, I'm here from this party. You're there. They're making money off whoever's putting the party on. And the guy or the person who's in charge, female or male, they will talk to you because you're there. And just hit them up on bar and channel mats and restaurant mats. But if you're going to be at a holiday party, why not chat people up that own those bars and restaurants and try and sell them something? Ems Wadsworth at logomatsllc.com. Now, Apple products, I talk about Apple products from Sunjoy and all my webinars. A lot of people don't know they can get imprinted Apple products. So here's a nice little Apple pitch.
Selling in the digital world means knowing about digital products. So I would be out talking to my customers about Apple products. You want to look like you know what you're doing, you offer those to your customers, and I guarantee you most of them will say, well, I didn't know I could get those with my logo on it. Great way to get in the door and have an introduction to a new customer. Sunjoy offers Apple products. A lot of people don't know that either. That is who I would go to for them. And remember, if you sell Apple, you've got a good reputation already going in.
They have MacBook Pros. They can get those imprinted with the logos. Their AirPods, these trackers, and also those new larger iPads from Apple. Bella at sunjoy.us. You can email her and say, Sanders told me I need some Apple ideas or whatever, and she'll send you some ideas and teach you and send you what they do or how they try and teach you how to sell Apple products. Now, here are some suppliers that still have some holiday delivery products. You should still try to be selling those. Southern Plus has a great blanket. I just sold 50 blankets for them with a logo on them, and the customer just loves them. It's order entry at southernplus.com if you want to find out how to get a sample. There's Carla at bensel.com. She's got holiday items still with holiday themes on them. Quickie over here on the right's got holiday key tags, luggage tags, and Ad Capital, who I talk about, they have cute little Santa hats and stockings. Sales team at adcapital.com. Now, Snugs can still deliver. I talk about Snugs in these webinars. I like Snugs because they have those interactive photos right there that change. I think that when I send those to my customers, they think they're pretty cool. But Snugs can still help you with holiday gifts. Just go to their website. You can check out what they've got, and they've got the link through customer service to get those Snugsy, the link to send to people for that interactive catalog. Now, what I would do with LinkedIn replies is what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a hard promotional product. I love Lynn's Cleaning Cloths from Cloth Promotions. I've known them since the day they started almost 20 years ago. They do my business card, which you see there in the center, the one folded up in the pouch, and then with my shoes on out of the pouch. They also have done Christmas and holiday cloths for me. They're on the left and right of those cloths. But what I would do is if I was going to go to LinkedIn, I would find the exact content people, let's say in one of those alumni associations that you belong to, find out everything they've got. And then when you send them a LinkedIn request, if they approve your request and come back to them, get a Cloth Promotions, one of these cleaning cloths, just like the one I've got, and mail it to them with a thank you note. The LinkedIn link and then following it up by mail with a promotional product will get you some business. And I mail cloths to thank people all the time. And this is a great thing to do if you want to really make your LinkedIn connections even more secure. And Seamless.ai is a service where you can search any company in America and they will tell you exactly who to contact. Scott at clothpromotions.com if you want samples of Cloth Promotions products. The Opper family owns that company, and they are a great supplier. Now, here's my free month from Greg at Promo Social Post again. I don't want you to forget about him. It's Greg at promosocialpost.com if you want that free service. Now, start looking at merchandising bots. Now, I'm not going to talk much about this in this webinar, but you can have 24-hour a day, 7-day-a-week response to customers by buying merch bots from Ron Friedman. He's the one who has the AI book. He can help you set up a merch box that when the customer clicks on your bot or on your LinkedIn thing you've created, it will they will create a virtual assistant for you that will answer pre-programmed questions, and that makes you look oh so professional. And there's his book down at the bottom of the screen. You can scan that QR code down there, and Ron will be happy to send you the book that he has by email and also talk to you about the merchandising box. Now, here is a larger copy of the front page of his book where you can learn the basics quickly. He is the most qualified AI person I know in the industry, and I only tout people that I think are creative and I think will actually be able to help you in an honest way. Again, you can scan that code and you can get the copy of his book sent to you. Now, Ad Capital has custom-made product flyer categories, like for healthcare, hospitality, construction. Down here at the bottom left is workout equipment, et cetera, et cetera. There's about 20 of these. And what you can do is email Ad Capital, sales team at adcapital.com. They will send you the digital images of these, and all you've got to do is add your distributor logo to them, and then they can be linked to bots that you create. So if somebody clicks on the health and medical, you could be offering a sample, or you could be offering a chat box or whatever you wanted to do. Link merchandise box to QR codes. That's what we're doing here. You can use that to promote on LinkedIn. ChatGPT, I'm just going to mention this to you. I'm going to talk in length about how it will help you in the next webinar. But there is the history of ChatGPT, GBT, which started in 2018. And what we're seeing today, this finalized application they have, it came out 2 years ago. So I'm going to talk about ChatGPT and its editing capabilities in the next webinar. But there's a $50 off a coupon, order coupon from Sunjoy on the screen. And there's my trainer free screen charge again. Now, this is a great product from Cloth Promotions, this Oodle Band. This is high tech marketing right now. And I just take a brief little gander at this. That's a cool little thing. You can link that back to different queries, questions, go to certain pages. If you'll email Scott at clothpromotions.com, he will send you a sample of the Oodle Band and the information on how to pitch it. It's a great little cool product. And this is where marketing will be going in promotional products in the future. Now I talk about Edwards in every one of my emails. I have a great offer right here from Edwards on a sweater jacket. It's on the screen right now. You can scan these QR codes, or that QR code. It'll go to the same sample offer. What I'm trying to teach you here is I've got one with my sellpromoproducts.com logo, which would be used as a pitch I would make in this webinar. But then if I wanted to personalize these with my logo and send them to my customers, I could set it up to where when they scan that QR code, the order would come directly to me, and then I forward, or the sample order would come directly to me, then I would forward that on to Edwards. So the responses can go directly to you or to the suppliers. But if you want that sample of that jacket, that sweater jacket from Edwards, that's a nice product. All you've got to do is scan that QR code. It'll come up, and as soon as the webinar is over, go in there and fill the information out on what product you want, the sample, et cetera, et cetera. Doesn't cost you a thing, and they'll get the sample right out to you. Now, here's Greg at Promo Social Post. Here is an example of his email marketing service. It tells exactly what he talked to you about in his little pitch about how he creates email marketing for people, which can go to your customers. There's examples of 2 different ways he's done that on each side of the screen. And I pulled this off of Greg's thing. I think he'll give you 3 months for free. I don't know if he'll give you 1, 2, 3, but you can email him and say, Sanders says you'll still do that Black Friday sale. Or he had a Black Friday sale. Then I think he had a Cyber Monday sale. And if you want to email him, Greg at promosocialpost.com, and say, you know, Don says you're good at what you do, and I don't know if you're giving me 1, 2, or 3 months, but tell him you want the 3-month free trial, and I'll bet you he will do that for you, because he's a great guy, and he can help you. He's honest, and he knows what he is doing. Now, here's a terrific new tech product. I talked about this. I got a brand new little Buick GTX with an Apple CarPlay, and I want you to look at that screen. That car was crystal pure clean when I got it, and after about a month of pushing on that little CarPlay thing, that's the way that screen looked with all those nasty fingerprints on it. And I thought that's just not right. So I got these chamois that I get from Ad Capital, and you use those to clean those screens. And on the right, that's what the screen looks like when it does not have the smudges on it. This little thing will clean computer, tablet, phone, LED TV, and these information screens. It is a great product to sell to vehicle dealers, RV dealers, truck dealers, etc. If you'd like to have a sample of it, sales team at addcapital.com. I never thought about this until I got to look into how dirty my car screen got. Now we're almost finished with the webinar, so stay with me. I think I've got 3 more slides. And when you're posting QR codes, if you're trying to do these on sewn products, if you're trying to do it on hats, jackets, bags, the prints on a lot of QR codes will not come out exact. So they won't scan properly. So if you wanted to put a QR code on tennis shoes, if you wanted to put them on a jacket, these polymer labels that Diane at Flex Systems makes, they're shown right there in the middle of that screen. That is a QR code that when you screen that, that's a polymer plastic, or it's a polymer label, that will take you right to whatever offer you want to on a QR code. And these are 2-dimensional. They are great quality in printing. So if you're looking to try and put QR codes on wearable products, don't try and sew it. Don't try and screen it. Use Diane's labels to decorate anything you want to decorate. Now, Showdown in every one of my webinars is a part of that. They have 2025 catalogs, info at showdowndisplays.com if you'd like to have them. They're back in business. A couple of months. They had some problems when they reintegrated a website, kind of messed up their order processing system, but they have told me they're in good shape and want me to tell you they can just turn orders just like they did. And they've got 4 displays, still have some holiday decor. I don't care about how cold it is outside. These football playoffs are going to happen, and these bowl games, and people are going to be out in tents and stuff in the freezing weather. So these tailgating products still sell, and you can get school flags to fly during tailgating at Showdown. Now, Add Capital, who I talked to you about the screen chamois, I talked to you about the different category products. They have the best printing equipment in the industry. That Arnold Schwarzenegger image on that shirt is a 1 screen. It's not multiple screens. It's absolutely perfect. Add Capital makes their own blanks now, and you can get your printing from them, and you can get your blanks from them. You can do that with a lot of big wholesalers, but Add Capital prints that stuff in their facility and does not farm it out to outside sources. And here's an easy little video about Add
Get a
Capital.
free silk screen on your order of 72 pieces or more when you mention Don Sanders in the month of December. Call Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 Eastern, 800-868-7111.
A sales team at addcapital.com. Email them and say, Sanders told me I watched the webinar and I'd like to talk to you about your new screen shirts. At last, it's very competitive. This stuff is printed, ships out of Monroe, North Carolina, so it's pretty easy to get anywhere in the country. Now, here's Ron Friedman's book again. You can get, I'm just going to show you about 30 seconds of this little video, and then you can actually watch the whole thing at another time.
This involves merging the tangible and digital, creating personalized and dynamic experiences. Merchbots add superpowers to all promo items. Activations use simple NFC and QR codes, transform traditional promotional items into interactive digital experiences, connecting users and providing engagement analytics for marketers. The future of promotional products has been reinvented.
Hi, I'm Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. It's great to have you here at DigiCert Trust Summit 2023.
Please tell me about the summit.
This is an example of
course, Debbie. The DigiCert Trust Summit
talking back to
2023
you,
is a premier
and
event.
that's enough of that video. Email Ron
I'll
at
select this button to learn more
merchbots.com,
about
and
DigiCert's
he will send
IoT
you
products.
that video, and he will also send you the
Can
copy
this
of his
DigiCert
book.
chatbot?
So I want to thank you for listening today, and here are all the emails from everybody that I have talked about in this webinar. And here's my first 2 from Add Capital, that screen cleaner, that t-shirt you need to look at, the Apple products address, Showdown catalogs, calendar sample kit. You can still maybe squeeze some calendars for Carla Madlock, but if you cannot get calendars, you can get her other products like the pins, etc. There's Logo Mats, Edwards, that trainer sample of the month, Southern Plus catalogs. They'll have 2025 catalogs. There's the Snugs holiday gift catalog. You email customer care Snugsies USA. Quickie products, Listed Springs, that Oodle band, that little interactive thing that you, the little wristband from Scott at clothpromotions.com. There's Greg at Promo Social Post. It's either 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. Custom award samples from John, those motorcycle kickstand pad samples, Flex Systems, the lighted pin samples, Lynn's cleaning cloth samples from Scott at clothpromotions.com, and Ron Friedland's AI book. And if you'd like to have a copy of the webinar sent to you, I'm going to download it. Take a while to do that, and I will send you the link to the webinar. And if you'll just email me at don@sellpromoproducts.com. And I want to thank you for listening to me. I hope I've taught you something. I've tried to talk as fast as I can. This stuff is as new to me as it is to you, and I'm just trying to figure it out how so we can all benefit it. I'll leave these emails up on the screen for a couple of more minutes. Next month, we'll have a webinar in between the ASI show in Florida and PPAI. And all I can say is I really appreciate you trusting me, and I really am flattered that you would turn out to my webinar. Thanks.